Hi, I'm Dan McLellan, the Chargers CBS Sports Rapid Reporter. It's my job to give you the most up-to-date information regarding the San Diego Chargers nearly every single day via the Rapid Reports. The Rapid Report Recap Show takes a look at 5 of those reports and analyzes them to give you some information going into each week's game. This week, the Kansas City Chiefs come to San Diego, who are 0-2. The Chargers are 1-1. The Chiefs have lost their first 2 games by a combined total of 76 points. Easy prey, right? Well, not so fast. I believe there's a lot of things for the Chargers to be concerned about going into this week's game. Let's take a look at some of the reports to give you some reasons why I do have some concerns about the Chiefs. What Tolbert is saying here is the very fact the Chiefs have lost their first 2 games by 76 points and that they're 0-2 on the season makes them a dangerous team. This is almost a must-win situation for the Chiefs going into week 3. That being the case, you don't know what they're going to do. They are predictably unpredictable. They could kick an onside kick to start the game or a half. They could run a Statue of Liberty play. They could even run a hidden ball trick. While none of those things are likely, they could happen. That being the case, you're just not sure what you're going to see with the Chiefs this week, and that in itself makes them dangerous. Well, yes, it's true the Chiefs have gotten blown out in both of their games this season. One must take a closer look on how they've gotten blown out. Turnovers have been a big component of the Chiefs' losses. They've given up the ball 9 times, and each time they've turned the ball over, their opposition has pounced on the opportunity and turned them into points, 44 points. The Chargers' defense on the other side has only created 1 turnover this season, and that was Sean Phillips intercepting Donovan McNabb's first pass of the season. So the Chargers' defense have got to do a much better job this week creating turnovers if they expect to blow out the Chiefs like the Chiefs have been blown out by their 2 previous opponents. Meanwhile, the Chargers' offense needs to do a better job of protecting the football themselves. They've turned the ball over 6 times this season, including 4 times last week to the Patriots. Really, the 4 turnovers the Chargers gave last week was the difference in the game. So this game between the Chargers and the Chiefs really could come down to turnovers. A big component of the Chiefs winning the AFC West last year is the fact that they led the league in rushing, 164.2 yards per game. They're likely not going to do that again this year because their star running back, Jamal Charles, is out for the year with an ACL injury that he tore last week against the Lions. This does not mean, though, the Chiefs don't have a running attack that the Chargers should be concerned about. This week, the Chargers will likely face a 3-headed beast, led by Thomas Jones, 33 years old, the oldest running back in the NFL, who's averaged 4.0 yards per carry. They'll also face Dexter McCluster, who is all of 175 pounds, 5'8", kind of reminds you of Darren Sproles, who was formerly with the team, and then LaRon McLean, who is more of a fullback. In many ways, the Chiefs' rushing attack this week is going to resemble what the Chargers put up last year in terms of 3 different types of running backs when you saw Matthews, Tolbert, and Sproles. The Chargers also have their own health concerns going into this week's game. 3 critical players are doubtful and likely will not play. Wide receiver Malcolm Floyd, defensive end Corey Legent, and safety Bob Sanders. With Floyd out, this means that Patrick Creighton will likely have a big impact in the game, although Creighton was inactive for the first 2 games because he had his ankle scope following the first preseason game and hasn't played since week 11 of 2010 when he injured his wrist following a 49-yard catch-and-run touchdown play against the Denver Broncos. With Sanders out, that likely means that Steve Gregory is going to have to step up, and with Corey Legent out, we're actually going to have to see a lot out of Cam Thomas, who we haven't seen much of so far. So some players are going to have to step up and make a big difference this week with the injuries to other key players. Now that I've scared you with all the reasons to be concerned about this week's game, the truth is I think the Chargers are going to win, and they're going to win handedly. One of the big reasons why is running back Ryan Matthews, who over the last 3 games, going back to the final game of 2010, has a combined total rushing and receiving 383 yards and 4 rushing touchdowns. One of the things that has really held back the Chargers' rushing game over the last year and a half is the fact that they've continually gotten behind in games. I think the Chargers can get up against the Chiefs, and with them a lead, you'll see Ryan Matthews get the ball a lot more. There's also reasons to believe that Matthews will get the ball more than Tolbert this week. Usually the two share the running responsibilities. However, Tolbert missed practice on Wednesday and Thursday, so he may be a little limited this Sunday. He also had a big fumble against the Patriots, which may have cost the Chargers the game. With that said, you might see Ryan Matthews getting the ball a little bit more often until he puts the ball on the ground. Well, before I go, I wanted to share some of the fun stuff that went around the Chargers facility this week. On Tuesday, the Chargers' day off, many of the Chargers went out and gave away a bunch of shoes to children in need. It's the 22nd annual shoe giveaway here for the Chargers. Over the years, they've given away 25,000 shoes, and they added that total on Tuesday. Here's some highlights from that event.
We're going to teach you today, man, so you can tell, okay? Ah, there we go.
Coach Noah Turner says there's no closer group on the entire team than the D-line. Is it coming out and doing events like this is what helps you guys become close?
Yeah, it's events like this, chilling, even after practice and stuff like that, chilling at each other's house. It just we keep that mold, that bond together. Cause like I said, it starts with the front. So the only way you can start with the front is we all have that bond, that that camaraderie together. Thank you very much.
Kim Thomas. Once again, I'm Dan McLellan, your CBS Sports Rapid Reporter. Please visit cbssports.com every single day for your latest up-to-date Chargers information.